the dot, baby. All right. So Netflix is something I'm going to watch. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed that we opened down on this. So I don't know. I mean, Netflix is something that I want to see rip off the open. Yesterday, it looks like it had a big move, and yes, it did. But, there was pretty much only one spot that I would look to trade that. And that would be kind of in here in this nice, strong action. But that's almost impossible to time and to catch. So did it make a massive move? Yes. And honestly, it's probably, hang on, let me turn my speakers off here. That should do it. Yeah, so anyways, huge move here. It's just a kind of a slow mover, and that we just need to keep that in mind, that Netflix is something that's going to kind of grind higher and move slower. So there's not a ton of volume in it. Like, all these candles yesterday are under 50,000 volume, which is pitiful. So big reason why, I've seen Netflix have some crazy rips with 100,000 volume candles, but that's typically why I only trade Netflix when there's a catalyst, which will bring volume and bring liquidity for us. So I mean, again, watching Netflix kind of more on the side, but I'm going to need to see volume, need to see these contracts nice, and everyone needs to trade this extremely light, because percentage-wise, the contract's going to move a lot, and you can get hurt very easily if you're not careful. NVDA down 2%. I did see that this morning. Is it news or what is it? Thanks, Duco. I got it. Amazon halts orders of NVIDIA super chip to await updated model. Okay, that's bad. We have earnings tomorrow too, so that's kind of interesting to come out right before. Is someone trying to buy more stock lower or what? We will see. Okay, let me just, I really don't, I'm not really that enticed to trade this to the downside, guys. It's been such a strong stock. We have earnings tomorrow. I'm not even going to trade this regardless. So, that's cool. But if I was forced to trade it, I'd want an upside trade. So just instantly kind of move away from that. So Netflix, Micron, where are we this morning? Ooh, Micron got killed. Okay. So that's not going to be on my watch list at all. Tesla. The only reason I keep bringing up Tesla, and typically you'd probably think, Ethan, you never trade anything in the middle of a range. And yeah, I don't want to trade it in here, but I do think, knowing Tesla with this downtrend, with the market being strong here, if we can just get a flip in momentum here to the upside and break through 180, you could see one of those days like this. You know what I mean? When it moves $10, $15. And those are the days that I want to be involved in, right? I don't care about all these intraday, stupid little tiny moves. I don't care. There's not much money to be made there for me. However, market's been extremely strong. Tesla is not moving, right? Tesla was actually weak on the day that CPI was really strong. So until momentum flips there, I'm not interested. It's pretty much just a waiting game for us right now. So Google is another one that I've traded recently. I think it was last Friday. We have an all-time high here at 178.77, and then the earnings high is 181.86. We actually didn't get pulled down much from yesterday's close, but considering the high is, roughly $2 above, that's a pretty big move for Google, and then we would obviously want to see it go further. So I think, honestly, looking at it here, Google might see a pullback pretty aggressively here. We're kind of riding this uptrend here. If we get one little weak day in the market, this could easily pop back down into the low 70s. So honestly, guys, the more that I look at this stuff, I'm not that thrilled with it. Boeing's up a little bit. Tesla, let me look at Meta. Meta just hasn't really been doing that much. Filled most of that gap, falling back. A trade that I really wanted this morning was PanW. And it ended up falling. The reason I wanted that is because we've been ripping up here in this box is the rest of the gap. That's a 40-point gap right there. I would love to take advantage of. Strong stock coming into earnings. If the earnings were good and we popped up in here, I think there was going to be a beautiful trade. However, earnings got killed and we dropped about 10% on the stock. So now it's just a waiting game. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. Do you have any other tickers you want me to look at? Pretty much. I mean, the only thing that I see that's valid right now is Netflix, and I really am not that thrilled to trade it. Let me look at whatever other earnings we had. Coin, that's a good one. I should look at that. Duh. Bitcoin was above 70,000 last night. Coin is running here. Broke this downtrend. I mean, is this the start of a squeeze? Maybe. I just really don't like any levels around here. I mean, 230 could be okay, 240 maybe, but I'm just playing $10 levels pretty much, in the middle of all this chop. If this starts really running up into like the 260s, 270s, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, this has a chance to break out and go for 300. AMAT. Thank God it's not a penny stock. Really moving here. Wow. All-time highs here. A materials stock. That's interesting. Well, I mean, honestly, this looks pretty good. I mean, this is more of a trade that I would be looking at simply because it's breaking out and it's not a cheap stock. However, there's not a ton of volume on the stock, which to me is probably going to be the problem. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing like 3,000 volume, but the candles move pretty clean. But I think this is kind of an outlier day. So I don't know. I'll keep that up on a side screen co-lamp. And if you see something and I haven't mentioned it, then just throw it in the chat for me. Microsoft. Okay, we got about still 2.5 minutes here to open. Ooh, Microsoft. There we go. How am I just forgetting about this one? So we're up about 427 here. This actually might even be the trade for the day. So again, I'm interested in the 430 level. Let me throw this up on a side screen here. BA can get off my screen. So, I mean, I wanted the 430 break up in this area, and then we have now had to wait for, I don't know, a full month or two for this to come back. So I do really like this. Honestly, this actually may be what I watch. Netflix to me is just like so risky. RB, good job, man. I know you mentioned that last night. So above 425, we're actually gapping up about $2 here pre-market. So Netflix is also kind of a slower mover, but when it does want to move, it's going to start ripping. So let's see here. I can guarantee you I'm going to play the Microsoft 430 calls. Test is up a little bit here. So Micron down. Netflix to me is more of a side watch. I don't know that I'm that interested in it. So let's see here. Open interest on the 430 calls is about 14,000. That's pretty good. That blows the puts out of the water. So there's really not much open interest on the put side. So just before, so we got about a minute here. So again, Microsoft 430 calls is what I'm going to have loaded up. I may have to switch to Netflix quick, but most of what I want to do today is just stay away from Netflix and try to find a little bit better trade. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Microsoft here. ExxonMobil, real quick, Farouk, before the market opens here. I mean, there's just really nothing like that I'm that interested in. To me, oil looks strong. I think we went over this last night with what's going on, and I think it was Iranian president dying. Maybe that could spike oil. I don't know. I would just pay attention to like OPEC news and stuff like that. Not really a day trade stock for me per se. Okay, so pre-market high 427.48. I mean, I'm not going to trade Microsoft $3 away from 430. It's just not what I'm going to do. I want to see some aggressive buying up in here, and then as you guys could probably guess, kind of a pullback, maybe some sort of bull flag up into 430. And then we have that all-time high here, 431.61. Sound good? 430 calls. I got those loaded up. Market is open. Netflix falling. Let's see. These calls are about 240, 250. So I bet up in here they're going to be around 325. Netflix, big red to green candle. $4 candle. That would have been crazy. That's kind of the opening action I would want on Netflix. Let's see what it does. The red to green scenario on Netflix is how you kind of have to play it sometimes. I look to buy dips on Netflix when I think that that day is going to be the day it runs, simply because you need to do anything you can to get contracts at cheap prices because the spread is so bad. We'll see. If it starts getting above 640 strong, I may look at it. This is not what I want to see on Microsoft. I don't think we could see a full $5 move today up into 430 and then expect it to offer us another, $2-3 move. So far, this is not looking good here. So even if we don't trade Netflix, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to set an alert here on Microsoft again. I think that's already dead, but we'll see. Netflix is moving here. Let me just go look at those calls. I'd probably trade the 650s. Man, this thing is going. About $700. Very expensive. Volume is not great. Yeah, volume's not great. I mean, look at the spread, guys. It's over 10%. This is what I'm talking about, though. You have spready contracts, and then you have a lot of wicks. So you have to be in so light that none of this really affects you, which is very hard, especially on Netflix. But then, you also need to keep in mind, okay, I am okay with losing 20, 25% on this position, but I know that I can make 50, 60, 80, 100% on this trade. So that's just how it comes down to position sizing the right way. Let's see here, back above 640. I don't know, guys. I mean, again, I just think that Netflix is a little too risky for us. Microsoft today is just, I can just tell today is not the day already. Instantly got pulled down. Volume died out insanely bad. And now we're just chopping around 425. So do I want to completely count it out? No, because I mean, I think that, okay, maybe we can bounce really hard and then buyers can, that'll prove to me buyers are there. But I pretty much think that that's done. So, I mean, look at this. So Netflix contracts went from about 450 to 5 within that, those two months. That's a 25% gain. We haven't even broken yesterday's high. So buying that dip this morning, I wonder what those were on the open. 1 second. I don't know why everything died this morning. Pre-market things are down, but since the market opened, we've actually been bouncing. So hang on, let me pull up these 650 calls here. 650 calls. Wow, look at this. They opened at what? They opened at 330. They bounced, they came all the way down about 275. And now we're sitting at 540. So I can tell Netflix is ripping again here. So yesterday's high here, 644.37. Admin, I cannot post images in profit for any reason. I don't know, Farouk, which profit chat. New high. Look at this thing. It's running. This is the kind of action I want to see. I'm kind of mad I'm not involved in it. Look how bad this looks. And look at the way Netflix is trading here. So we'll see what happens. This could, I mean, the contracts are $575 now. They're up almost $200. Microsoft bounced a little bit, not really that exciting to me. Someone said Meta, yeah, moved a little bit there, just not really what I want. 650 calls are 575 here. Yeah, Tesla moved pretty good, 175 to 178.5. Nothing insanely exciting, but I think Tesla did that yesterday, that rip. Well, no, it actually fell. Tesla's just been trading weird. It's really not something I want to get involved in right now. So I still have the 650 calls loaded up on Netflix. Does that mean I'm going to trade it? No. I mean, I definitely have to be buying some sort of pullback. So I don't know if this pulls back into 640 and then I can see some bounce. I mean, I might be able to try that, but this is just a very easy stock to lose money on when we don't really need to. I kind of feel like I'm just trying to force a trade. We had a beautiful trade yesterday in the premium stream. So I don't want to throw any of that away. Microsoft is creeping back up here, 426.5. So once that gets up to about 428, I'll start looking at it. I have a feeling that maybe tomorrow is going to be the day for it, but we'll see. Wow, it's actually ripping here. 426 to 427.5. Netflix pulling back in here. Let's see if this will come down to 640 for us. I'm not going to miss Microsoft because that's going to be a much safer, cleaner trade than Netflix will be. But maybe if I'm feeling crazy, we can get both. Microsoft's still moving here. When this gets above 428, I'm going to have to focus on it. Netflix really didn't offer much of a pullback there. Microsoft it has, it has under 100K volume, but I mean, look at Netflix here. We're seeing 7,000, 16,000, 9,000, 15,000, 14,000. So this doesn't really have any volume at all, which probably means I need to instantly just get away from this. Microsoft pulling back. Let's see how hard they pull it back or not. Netflix would have been a pretty solid trade. I kind of wish I focused on that a bit more, but it's just a tough one. Here we go. Here's a little pullback on it. Nice, Farouk. You bought Microsoft 435 call. Nice, RB. Meta fell all the way back down. Netflix coming in here. I would like to see like under, well, I would like to see at least 641 here on Netflix. Microsoft sitting up strong here. God, Netflix just has no volume, guys. All right. Well, Microsoft has just broke 428. So I think I'm going to have to go focus on that guy. Right now. I guess today is the day. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I didn't think they can move it that much. I mean, Netflix is just not moving. This is just absurd. So, all right, Microsoft. So 420. I just still think it's a little bit too far. So honestly, I'm gonna pay more attention to Netflix here. Oh wow, it actually pulled back. Finally. That's pretty aggressive. Market's rolling over as well. Contracts went from about 575 guys to 410. Keep that in mind. We're coming down in here to 640. This is where you'd want to see it bounce roughly. Wow, they're killing this thing. It's Tuesday, so time decay won't hurt that bad. But look at this. I mean, 575 to 365 on these contracts. So that's a big reason why I'm just like, let's just stay away from it. Microsoft rolling back over. Yeah, so they gave up VWAP and 640 on Netflix. You don't really want to see that. I mean, Netflix isn't, since there's not enough volume, you're not going to see those perfect bounces off perfect levels. So, I mean, to me, this is still okay. Do I really want to be buying down in here? No. This could easily just rip to low a day. But I think that if this does want to go back for highs today, it needs to bounce here for sure. So contracts, I mean, they're down 175 bucks ish from the peak. Not a bad spot to maybe take a little piece, and then just have a stop loss very, very tight. But again, you need to be in so light that you don't really care about what's going on, second by second. These contracts are going to move pretty wild, 10, 20, 30%. So it doesn't mean you need to give it a 50% stop loss, but you just need to understand that it's not going to be like Micron yesterday for anyone that traded that when those contracts were barely moving. So they're trying to bounce it here back above 640. Market tried to bounce a little bit. Sometimes Netflix can do this, got the rip, you got the pullback, and then it'll just start going again out of nowhere. But I've seen it die very easily, and just 1-2 candles through low a day, it's done for the day. Be patient. Meta bouncing here. Microsoft pulled back kind of hard. Market really not doing anything, guys. I mean, very stagnant this morning. We're in a 20, 30 point range. Look at the spread on Netflix stock. It's about 40 cents. That's decently high for a stock like this. Yeah, Tesla ran. There's just, I don't know. It's just not really at places that I want. 180 I'm okay with, but we've already moved, about $4 today. I think Netflix might catch some life here pretty soon, but I need to see this start ripping. You bought an MU call. Okay, interesting. Netflix getting a little bit of life here again. Tesla, Tesla doesn't look bad here for like a scalp through the high a day, but it's just not really like an A+ setup for me. I'd rather see what Netflix can do here. Contracts are already up to 455 on the ask, above 641. I think this might be want to go for a high a day. The spread is over $1 right now on Netflix. That's how low the volume is. This is just really not tradable right now. Microsoft isn't doing a whole lot. Tesla's starting to roll back over. I don't know that I love this. To me, Netflix is staying kind of strong, though. It's not really rolling over. If it's ready to die, it'll roll over pretty quickly. The fact that it's trying to keep chugging along here is nice. It's just such a slow stock. The spread is just wild. Yeah, that might be it for it. They roll it back over VWAP and then through 640, it's done. I mean, it's just crazy. This is over $1 spread on the stock. It's just insane. Whoa, Microsoft. All right, bye-bye. That's done. Yeah, market's starting to pull back. That's probably going to kill Netflix as well. Yeah, NQ rolling over. If Netflix gets through 640 again, like I said, I think it's done. Here it comes. Yeah, Tesla not really affected by this right now. I mean, it's just so weird. Market's strong, Tesla's selling off a cliff. Market's weak, Tesla's strong. I don't understand. So, when there's things I don't understand, I don't trade them. It's that simple. But I don't know. Like I said, above 180, this could really get going. So do I want to trade the 180 break? I mean, I think it's probably doable. Yesterday's high, well, Friday's high is 179.63. You can tell, I mean, look here, rejection here and rejection here. So we got to get through this like 179.50 area, nice and strong. And this could, that's kind of where we can go for that 180 break. So maybe we can get this trade here. Let's just load up the 180 calls on Tesla and see what they look like. See if they're worth buying. About 280 contract here. Tesla obviously very, very strong. Do I want to chase this high? No. I would kind of like it to come up in this area, pull back in a little bit, and give us another setup. This is kind of the pullback we probably should have been buying, but Tesla really just wasn't on my watch. Netflix trying to hold 640 here again, bouncing extremely aggressively. Microsoft bounced pretty nicely there as well, too. Well, Microsoft just gave up under 425. All right, so that's done. That's kind of heartbreaking. I really wanted that 430. All right, so again, I have the 180 calls loaded up. Again, just not going to chase green candles up into 180. So let's see if there's a wall there. Pretty nice wall. I got to say, pretty nice wall. Later, RB. We're only 18 minutes into the day, so we got plenty of time. Yeah, so about 120, 130,000 wall there, not bad. I would like to see it creep up a little bit higher and then give us the pullback, maybe down into like, so ideally we creep higher and then we pull back right into this box here. I don't want them to pull it back here. I want them to get it up a little bit higher to like maybe 179.50, then pull it back. Just like Micron yesterday, guys. I mean, look, I can almost show you the identical trade. Get the rip, get the pullback into the box, which is going to retesting the high, and then you get a move, right? So same principle there. Same principle. Microsoft bounce a little bit. Netflix is still trying to hold on to 640, but Netflix is typically a first 30-minute of the open trade for me. Wow, lot of speakers today. Farouk, if you're up 95%, man, take it. Don't get greedy. Take some off. Well, I guess Tesla said never mind. But I don't know. I mean, we could still use this pullback, right? 178. We didn't really get the push that I wanted, so this box is kind of like invalid. So I think, I mean, there might be a trade still here. This is where I want to see it bounce, though. If they give this up through, if they break it under this, I think we're done. So this is not a terrible pullback to see what happens. They need to at least hold it over VWAP, you know? Do you think the video would be a good trade for tomorrow? So no, I mean, as much as I would like to get involved in NVIDIA, I'm going to wait until after tomorrow. Yeah, after tomorrow. So I mean, Thursday would be the first day that I would consider trading it because the contracts are going to be super, super inflated, and then there's going to be a crazy move that we can then trade off of Thursday morning. And I'm live trading there as well, so that's perfect. Let's see if Tesla wants to really bounce here. Market's starting to bounce as well. I want to see some aggressive buying come into this. And then, you know what? I may even try this high a day. And then we have Friday's high, 179.63. And then we have 180 with a pretty nice wall there. So ideally, we see some nice buying pressure here. Start trying to take a position and then see this go. Market is ripping here. So Tesla needs to get moving here if it's ready. The only problem is Tesla's been a really weak stock. Yeah, today looks pretty good. But overall, it hasn't been trading very well. So I don't really want to get involved in something that has historically been weak recently to the upside, because they could easily just kind of pull the floor out of that, and then it's dead. So, I mean, they definitely need to bounce it here. If I can see a strong bounce, I'd be inclined to trade it. Other than that, I don't really care. Microsoft bounced pretty hard, 425 up to 427-ish. It's good. I just don't know that today's going to be the day for that. Netflix is starting to rally back up here above 642. I think it's probably a little too late in the day for that for me personally. Could still go for it. I mean, Netflix could still easily go for 650 today. It's just going to be one of those days like yesterday, nice and slow. I'd rather wait for this NFL news to, fully come out. And then above 650, there's really nothing until the all-time high at 700. Market is ripping here, and we're seeing no movement right now on Tesla. So that's the first bad sign. Yeah, this thing is so weak, man. Yeah, maybe, but when the market's ripping, you don't want to see it dipping. Back here at 178. Let's see if buyers can hold this here at VWAP. Nice little bounce there. Nice bounce there. Like to see this get back above like 178.50 here aggressively. That's that's pretty much what I had to see there to even consider this still. There's a buy up like that. And I want to see continuation. There we go. All right. So remember, I got 180 calls loaded up. That's what I'd be trading here if I end up getting in this. Instantly rejected there. Not ideal. NQ starting to roll over. The one-time Tesla's trying to bounce here. Let's see what it does. Got to get above 178.50. Meta pulling back down. Netflix pulling back down. Microsoft pulling back down. Come on, Tesla. Let's see what you got. As long as it can stay flat here, I'm okay. If it breaks under that VWAP line, that orange line under right here, and gives up, it's done. So it's got to hold this higher low, and then we got to see some aggressive buying. And I think that could probably send this up to close to 180. NQ trying to bounce. Let's see here, 178.38, 178.41. Volume's kind of low here, so just kind of waiting for a volume spike. That's going to prove to me that this is ready to start going again. Got to get above 178.50 here. Strong. A nice strong candle up through here should start getting this moving again. NQ is really starting to roll over. We're seeing some chop today. I don't love that. We're seeing buy-ups, though, right? We're seeing buying pressure come into this. That's what I want. I'm just waiting for that nice little push up through here, and then I may start looking to get in. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could take a starter down here. Just understand that taking a small red trade on this is very likely if it doesn't keep going here. About 250 a contract. They were around 280 up there at peak. So that offer about a 15% return just to highs. But this could easily fall right back down, and they'll be around 230 at 177.80. Here we go. Back through 178.50. Look for volume here. Looking for volume. Market's starting to bounce as well. So it's all kind of lining up. Here we go. Look at that. That's the aggression that I want to see. I kind of feel like this is where we should start taking some starter positions here and then having a stop loss on a candle close under 178.50. I think that's probably what I want to do here. I'm still not in. Market's pulling back. Yeah, look at that. Waiting for a real bounce here on the market. You don't want to see that at all. Let's see if they can get this back above you. I mean, that's awful. You want to see them close a candle like that, at least above where it broke it. And they pulled it all the way back down and made that red. So it was a huge green to red candle flip. NQ still waiting on a bounce here. Contracts, what, 230-ish? Let's see if they can buy it up again. That was a pretty hard sell there. NQ is finally actually bouncing. So let's see if Tesla wants to get moving here again. You can tell that 178.50 is that level. Look at all these candles, right? Even this one that broke through, they closed it back under. Once again, waiting for this to really pop through 178.50. That'll get us out of this consolidation area. Right? We're just stuck. We're stuck in this. We got to get through all this just yuck. Here we go, back to 178.50. Nice. Need to see this candle close. We have about 5 seconds left on this 1 minute candle. Looks like we're going to close it. 1 second. Nice. Okay, we closed above finally. Here we go. So this is where I want to see volume start really coming into this, and I want to see this start ripping here. Probably going to look to start entering above 179, looking to play this new high a day. As long as I can see it, maybe one more candle like that. Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, I'm in. We'll add more onto, excuse me, we'll add more on the high day. Only in about half here. That's what I want. Volume spike up into the high day here above 179. Friday's high, remember, is 179.63. So that's what I'm still looking for here. All right, I added. There we go. All right, let's see this really start going here. I'm going to take some profits through Friday's high and then look to hold the rest through 180. Here we go, guys. Let's go. 310 a contract here. Still going to wait for Friday's high to get taken out. We're right at 170, 179.50. So that's going to be a little bit of a level we need to get through. A little pullback. As long as we can stay above 179, I'll stay in this trade. Want to see this go. Volume's elevated. Take profits if you'd like to. Already up 10%. This is running here. Let's get through. Let's got to get through this 50-cent level. The ask is right at it. I want to see this pop, like really rip through here. This is where Tesla can get going. Here we go. Ask is right at, there we go. All right, I'm taking profits here. Looking for a little bit more on this. I'm out of half. I'm easily thinking there's going to be a pullback. This is a big rejection area. You can always add back into this. I don't like the stall here. I do think on a rip like that, we're probably going to see a pullback. So if they pull this back into 179, I mean, I'm not going to freak out. But again, I'm already out of most. Great job, mate Nor. Great job. This is a big rejection level. So, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if we don't even get the 180 break. I mean, that was a crazy move. We caught a good chunk of that. I do still think there's more, but a pullback to me is is still, valid. I think that can still happen. But again, I'm out of most. I had 320 sells there. Back now under $3 a contract. Don't really love that pullback. Again, I think a pullback to 179 is okay. We could still replay this whole trade. So, I may even just take profits here and wait. But I would like to keep a little of these contracts to help my average. Nice, Vans. All right, let's see if they can keep buying this up here. Again, I think 179 is an okay spot for this to bounce, but I don't want to see it get under it, or I'll kind of just stop out, break even here. If they bounce this strong, I'm going to add some more onto the high a day break and look for this 180 break. That's the power of scaling in and out. You can take off a bulk of your position, have a profit cushion, and then you're only in a few contracts. So, the pullback doesn't really affect you mentally that much. And then you can add more once this thing proves to you it's ready to, move a little bit higher. So as long as it can hold 179, I'll stay in this. If not, I'll get out of my remaining few contracts. Looks like it's going to come under here. Yeah, the bid is under. Let's see if they buy it up quickly or not. Break even now. Yeah, okay, I'm out. All right, well, not anything super fancy. I still think there might be a trade here for us. We're only about 37 minutes into the day. So I still want to see this 180 break. That was the whole idea behind this trade. So the wall is still there. Look at this nice buy up here. So again, I'll be maybe looking to add in, get back in this trade up near the highs. So I can see if I can just scalp this 180 break, then I'll be done. Come on, big fella. Let's see you bounce one more time for me. But you got to always keep in the back of your mind, it's not guaranteed to break out, right? This has been an area that we have projected off of many, many times and have fallen back heavily. So, we ripped up into that area, struggled, pulled back. Does it have to bounce? No. That's just what I'm looking for. If I can see that bounce, if the buyers prove to me they're still here, there's still volume, then I take the trade again. If that doesn't happen, I don't take the trade again. Simple as that. Yeah, the 180 calls for this week, JWAG. That's what we traded. I still think there might be another little trade in this. It's not A+. It's really just kind of a scalp here. Looking for another really strong set of buying candles, just like we saw up through high a day. I want to see that come off here, 179, and then we can play that new high through 180 and be done. Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is near the high a day, but look how slow that's moving, It's moving very, very slow. I don't want to have to hold for 2 hours just to catch a, $2, $3 move. Look at them hold 179 here. First close under 179 there. It's not great. Yeah, that was great, Maynor. Trying to get it back above 179. Ask and the bid are both above now. Now back under. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. Starting to reject 179 now. This is kind of right where I want to see Tesla get that momentum pretty quickly. If it just dies all the way back off down to 178, it's probably done for the 180 break today. That's the power of scaling out there, guys. It makes everything a lot safer. Wow, all the way back to 178.50. I think this is probably its last little line of defense. If it gives up 178.50 strong here, I think it's done. Unfortunately. Nice buy up there. It's kind of what that's what I have to see. Really weak here. Buyers are just nowhere to be found. Like I said, this is Tesla's last level here. They give this up. This poor guy's done. NQ just kind of sold off a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Green to red candle there under 178.50. NQ starting to roll over. Oh, don't kill this. That 180 break, it's still there. NQ trying to bounce here. There's just no buying pressure here. There's just none. Here we go. Low volume, low volume. Microsoft up at 428. You got to be kidding me. NQ starting to bounce. Pretty much, I'm just going to stay away from Tesla until I see some actual aggressive buying. Once I can see that, then great. I can come back into this and try it. But other than that, I need to get over here to Microsoft. That would have been a beautiful scalp. Dang it. Look at that kind of cup and handle pattern there, guys. Let's see if they continue that or not. Tesla down 178.20. That thing got killed. That's too bad. I mean, QQQ and SPY are pretty much the same thing, Farouk. So, I mean, yeah, pretty much same risk there. I don't know if QQQ has daily options, meaning that they have an option expiring every single day. I know SPY does now, but I don't know if the Qs do. So, I mean, if they don't, and you could trade weekly options, like if you trade Friday's expiration on a Tuesday, then it's not as risky. Does anyone know? They do. They have daily. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Let's see what Microsoft does. I really hope Microsoft doesn't just grind up and make this break midday. It's going to suck if that happens because this is a great off the open trade for us. Let's see here. Microsoft trying to bounce a little bit. Tesla trying to bounce over 178.50. I'm not going to stick around for a whole lot longer, but we'll see what happens here. Got a good amount of people on X. If you guys have questions or tickers or anything, feel free to ask. What's up, Farouk? What's your question? I'm not super familiar with Robinhood. It says to me best ask is 178.48. Best bid is 178.45. So that's just kind of a weird image on showing the bid and the ask. It doesn't have anything to do with Tesla going up. The ask is always going to be more than the bid, right? Yeah. GRWG hasn't moved to the weed stocks yet. GRWG. What's the news going on with weed stocks right now? Is there anything happening? There are some squeezes in this though, so I mean, I think it's probably just kind of waiting on some sort of news specific. Yeah, Farouk, that's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to help you learn. Supposed to be reclassified in August. Okay, well, I mean, if that's the play, then to me, it's just kind of a little bit more of a longer term play. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just day trade it. It's like look for dips like this to be buying into, then you got to kind of hold for August. Is this the bottom? I don't know. But to me, this looks like a decent price. I mean, it's down from $3 to $2.60, so it's over a 10% move. So I don't know. To me, that's kind of the play there. For me to trade it, I'm a guy who's just going to wait for the news to come out and then trade the momentum. I'm not looking to buy dips and just hold it for a while. So that's just the way that I would look at it. Mate, Nor, great job, man. Take care. I have a headache as well. No, the stream's not over. I'm still here, but probably here in a few minutes I'll be done. Tesla's dead. Microsoft is still kind of holding up, but to me it's a little too late in the day for Microsoft. This could be kind of a swing trade for me personally, but I don't know. I don't want it to break 430 in the middle of the day because that'll kind of ruin our chances of a good trade tomorrow. But it looks like it wants to go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and just look at these 430 calls. It's starting to move here. $407, bro. Are you profitable today? Yes, I am profitable today. It's profitable yesterday, profitable on Friday. So yeah, I caught that Tesla trade with the chat. I don't know if YouTube is a little bit delayed or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. So you need to get in the Discord for sure. So yeah, profitable today. It's a pretty decent trade on Tesla. Was hoping for more, but I think tomorrow is going to be where we're going to get the better trade through 180. I wanted this Microsoft trade through 430. So far, we're just not really getting it. Nice, J-Wag. I wish I was doing that. Take care, my man. One more thing for anyone on X or YouTube and stuff. We're doing an in-person boot camp at the end of July. There's only, I think, 3 tickets left to get involved in that. Your ticket, you pay for the ticket, and that money goes toward your hotel and food and drink for the time that we're there. You just have to pay for your plane ticket, and we'll do live trading in person. We're doing merch giveaways. We're doing chat giveaways. We're doing a ton of that stuff. So you need to get in the Discord to go look to create a support ticket and lock in your spot before they're gone. I don't think they're going to last much longer. So if you want to live trade with me in person and live trade with the other analysts here at Penny Boys, come lock in your spot. You know, trading online is one thing, trading in person is another. I would like to see Microsoft pull back a little bit. I really don't want this to grind higher, but it might. Netflix is trying to go for highs here. All right, Microsoft, make a move so I can get out of here. Just made $2 profit on NVDA. There you go. Be careful trading that today. I don't know what contracts you're trading, but please be careful. I would wait until Thursday to trade that kill lamp. Unless you're buying equities. Microsoft going for a new high here. Later, bands. Take care. Yeah, Netflix just made a new high. Volume spiked on that as well through 645. I really hope that doesn't grind all the way up through 650 today, but it might. Starting to run here. Yeah, Netflix popping off late in the morning. I hate that. It's just not a stock I want to be involved in this late. Ever. To me, it seems like Microsoft is just going to go slow here. So we're at that hour mark though, guys. So any last minute questions or should we wrap things up? I didn't even start my event this morning. Nice, Duco. Netflix still popping off. I could pull back any second. Oh man, it's really gonna rain tomorrow. It's gonna suck. All right, y'all. Well, thanks as always for being here. It was fun. Not the best trade, but I'm glad to have 2 trades already this week with y'all. Looks like we all made some money. So I'm very happy with that. Again, I'll be trading later tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing off the open because Jay will be doing that, but I'm covering for Mr. SLP at 11 o'clock Eastern time. So little bit later in the day thing for me. So I don't know if there's going to be any trades on Mike, but I will be in the day trader chat or the options chat. I'm typing out any sort of trade that I do take. And I'll see you guys Wednesday. Again, I do have a free lesson tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter as I am now. So I will see you guys tonight. And if not, I will see you tomorrow late morning. And then Thursday morning, my normal live trading for free. And then Thursday night, doing my premium lesson with you guys. So you guys have a good rest of the day. I'll keep you updated on Microsoft. And yeah, that's about it. So enjoy the day, guys. I'll see you all tonight. Later.